In 1991, the brutal beating of Rodney King by LAPD officers was caught on a civilian's video camera, providing irrefutable evidence of police brutality and leading to significant conversations about systemic racism. Just 1 year later, musician and activist Peter Gabriel, together with the Reebok Foundation and the Lawyers Committee for Human Rights, founded WITNESS, a movement that encouraged ordinary people to expose human rights violations, influence policy, and save lives by using video evidence. In its first decade, WITNESS provided camera equipment to activists worldwide, supporting causes like women's rights in Afghanistan, youth disappearances in India, and indigenous rights in the Philippines. They then realized that just providing cameras wasn't enough, and WITNESS expanded, developing online platforms, mobile apps, media labs, and instructional guides to train and support activists globally. More recently, it has helped convict a warlord at the International Criminal Court, exposed violence, sex trafficking, forced evictions, and established legal protections for vulnerable communities. Today, their resources available in 24 languages teach millions how to shoot, edit, and share impactful videos. Since its inception, the impact that WITNESS has had is undeniable. And in the era of generative AI, deepfakes, and synthetic media, their work is more important than ever.
A video is a powerful tool.
Please.
It's very powerful when effectively used.
Ever since smartphones gave us all a portable camera in our pockets, we've been living in an age of user-generated content. Videos filmed by everyday people have been responsible for exposing police violence, military action, sexual harassment, and many other human rights abuses around the world.
WITNESS started out democratizing access to cameras, quite literally putting the power of video in the hands of activists around the globe. Today, we take that mission forward.
You telling me I can't record on my phone? Okay.
Fighting to ensure that global human rights defenders are the deciders on how new tactics are used ethically and with impact.
Ensuring that movements learn from each other and that frontline activists, lawyers, and tech platforms are united in the pursuit of human rights. WITNESS connects the dots.
When people see victims of human rights speaking about their own violations, it has an impact.
I am honored to present WITNESS the first ever Peabody Global Impact Award. And accepting on behalf of WITNESS is Executive Director Sam Gregory.
Thank you. We are humbled to accept the Peabody Global Impact Award on behalf of the WITNESS team worldwide. Over the course of the last 30 years, WITNESS has helped millions of people to use video to expose the truth and fight injustice. And now, in the age of AI and deepfakes, we make sure that journalists and human rights defenders can still be trusted, believed, and acted upon. First and foremost, I want to recognize our partners and the frontline witnesses, the millions of frontline witnesses with whom we share this recognition. From Gaza to Sudan to Nigeria, from Myanmar to Brazil, from here in the US to Ukraine, they are, you are, all of us should be land defenders, cop watchers, war crimes investigators, citizen journalists, and community media, and ordinary people caught in conflict who stand up for their rights. And they do it with great courage, great ingenuity, harnessing the power of video and technology to document what is wrong, to share their powerful stories of resilience, and to change the world for the better. Thank you, Peter Gabriel. You had the vision for how video could transform the fight for human rights long before we all had mobile phones in our pockets. I also want to thank all our long-standing supporters. You've stood by us over the years, you've walked with us as we've walked the path, and you make our work possible. Over the years, we've assisted communities to tell their stories and gather evidence through video. leading to conviction of a warlord, victories in protecting Indigenous lands, and trusted archives of war crimes footage that prepare us for that long arc of justice that does lead to justice. And we've provided critical guidance and resources that have enabled millions more people to shoot video that counts, to preserve it, and then to use those stories to create change. As the media technologies have evolved, so have we, always fighting to ensure they work for, not against, human rights. Now, this award comes at a really pivotal moment, when anything can be faked with deceptive AI, and anything real can be dismissed as possibly fake, including the critical stories we celebrate here tonight. I am proud that Witness is leading the fight at every level to prepare for that, not to panic, to fight for technology that matters, for policy that matters, and for tools in the hands of human rights defenders to defend the truth no matter what. To ensure that we can continue to trust in and act upon the evidence of our eyes and ears. That is so important. Thank you for acknowledging our work, the work of those millions of frontline witnesses the world over who take a stand for what they care about, and supporting the power of video to defend human rights and reinforce the truth.